one of the biggest challenges facing K-12 schools who are moving to the Canvas platform is how do you differentiate instructions, specifically for those that receive special education services or title services. Okay, and there's some ideas out there, and in fact, I pushed one out a week or two ago about how you can password protect pages. Not really, but kind of, and that was kind of a solution. And some of the solutions I've seen out there are kind of solutions, but they're all they're all pretty clunky, and they all require students to know their name or their number or be able to remember a password, etc., etc. It's all clunky. And so today, as I was meeting with some of my admin staff and our special education leaders, we were talking, and it occurred to me that there's a built-in function within Canvas that we can utilize to just totally streamline the process for the student, for the general education teacher, and for the teacher providing services, special education, title, or whatnot. Okay, so I want to show you how it works, and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay. By the way, I'm Evan. Welcome to the Canvas Tutorial Show. If you haven't already hit that follow button, do so now so that you get every new episode. And make sure you tell your friends. Here we go. So I've got 3 windows open here, and they're going to represent 3 different types of people. What we have is Stuart Student. We've got Mr. Teacher, and we've got Mrs. Special Education Teacher. Okay, so Stuart Student, Mr. Teacher, Mrs. Special Education Teacher. And each one of them plays a role in making sure that Stuart Student gets the services that he needs. Okay, so notice first that Stuart's got his normal courses on here, but then he has a special education services. Call it whatever you want. But just for clarity for this, we'll call it that. He has a SPED course, okay? And so what would happen is that Stuart would go in and he would get to his math assignment, okay? So today they're going to learn to multiply by 12s. And here are the normal instructions. Now, unfortunately, there is no built-in way to have the differentiated instructions right on the page, okay? But there really should be. So if anybody that is listening from Instructure, you could totally solve this with a special field underneath the rich content editor that allows you to choose a particular student, and then another text box opens up, and you can do it as many times as you want. Just like we can add different dates for different students, allow us to add different instructions for different students, because then when that student logs in, they see their differentiated instructions. It's all handled in-house, but that's not happening yet. So let's hope. But anyways, since we can't have this on the page, we need to get them their differentiated instructions. Okay. So what we have taught Stuart to do is that whenever he reads his assignment, he needs to go to the SPED course or whatever course. Okay. So I'm going to click over there, and I'm just going to open it up in another tab. And notice that when he goes in there, he only sees one page. Okay, or one actually assignment. So he's going to click on there. And here are his services. And this could be prettified. I mean, put some color in here, put his picture, whatever, any information that he needs to see. And what he would see is he would go to math, and that was the date that it's due. Okay, and here are whatever his specialized instructions are. And so it's like, okay, great. Instead of doing 5 lines, the first 5 lines, he just has to do the lines 1 and 2 of the worksheet. And because the teacher has created a link, this assignment right here, just copied it and pasted it right there, he can click in it, goes back to the assignment, and now he can go ahead and submit the assignment with his differentiated instructions. So how do we get here? Okay, well, we need a couple parts. First, my camera's going. Well, that's too bad, but that's okay. You're just going to have to know that I'm here by my voice. And so the first thing that we need is a special education or a differentiated course. Okay, so we're going to click over here, and what we've done is we just create a simple course. But we've done something special in it. First, I've stripped everything out of the navigation. Well, everything, not even pages, okay? And then I set the home page to modules, okay? In this example, we're doing multiple schools. So these are all elementary schools. Just so that, as you get 20 or 30 students in here, it's easier for the teachers to be able to find it. But what we're going to do is we're going to create an individual assignment per student. Now, it doesn't matter if you code this with a special number or color or anything else like that. You can just put their name. The reason being is that only that student is going to be able to see it. And this is why. Click into Stuart Student, go to Edit, scroll down here. Notice that I said it as not graded, okay? But then when I put Assign to, okay, you can assign it to a section or a student, an individual student. So Stuart Student, and what I did is you can either do as a section or just the individual student. Because it is going to be one page per student, I might as well just do it to that one student, okay? And so I hit save. I ignore all that. Now, if I were to go back to, let's say Stuart, and let's log out, and I go in as Samantha Stewart, and Samantha Student, sorry, and she also receives services. Log in. Notice that she's got her courses. She's got a SPED course, and she can only see her own because that one has been assigned to her as well. And so the upkeep of this, and I mean, you could have your SPED teacher do it, you could have an IA do it, or you can have the teacher directly. I'm in favor of having the teacher do it directly because you just add to the SPED course. So let's go to People. And what we've done is we've just added Mr. Teacher as a TA to this course. And you could even go so far as make sections if you want that certain teachers can only work with certain students. Go into settings here. And you could actually create a section for each student. Okay, so Samantha Student, Stuart Student, and then only allow those teacher and students, okay, to be inside that section if you want. And so, again, right here, be able to service the students. No passwords, no special numbers that have to be remembered. Yes, the student does have to go over and click into their special ed or their services course as well. But once they've done it a couple times, they're going to remember. An individualized page has their content. When they click on the assignment, it's going to take them back to it, and they can submit it there just like they would. Okay, so in today's video, we've looked at really how you can deal with that individualized instruction that certain students need, title, special education, etc., etc. Give it a go. Give it a go. Tell me how it works. If you haven't already, click that follow button so that you get every new episode. Join the Canvas Tutorials community on Facebook and share this out, particularly this one. Let's get this one around the internet because A, we need Instructure to hear that they could solve the problem. We have a problem. We need them to solve it. But in the meantime, this is a workable solution where students don't have to remember passwords, and yet they can get the services that they need. Cheers, and have a good day.